Hello everyone. Jo here. Hello guys. I hope you're all very well on this Thursday evening and that you're all nice and warm and ready for some craftiness. Just getting up my page so I can see all your comments, so just bear with. Hopefully we won't have any issues this evening with our friend the internet. If you can hear any whirring in the background, that's just Ant using the coffee machine and making himself a nice coffee. Hello Jenny, how are you? I'm just getting myself all cuddled up and warm because it is very cold here. Oh, why has that switched itself off? Bear with me everyone. I seem to have switched myself off. No, I'm not really sure why. What has happened there? Oh dear. Interesting. I seem to have got a bit of buffering going on the screen, so I hope that's just me and not you guys. I hope you guys can see me okay. And I can see we've got lots of people joining us. Alison, Vanessa, Judith, Julie, Danielle, Angie. Hello everyone. Danielle's here. Helene's here from Sweden. Hello in Sweden. We've got Alice. minus 18. Oh, I feel bad complaining because it is nowhere near that cold here. Julie says, hello, looking forward to tonight. Thought it was Thursday. Yesterday is out of sync as Harry has an inset day tomorrow. Oh, it throws you all off, doesn't it? Alison, hello. Zamara's here. Oh, I'm so pleased that you've all managed to join me this evening. Hello, Michael. You just missed Rosie, actually. She's even left me a little bit of fluff on my distress ink here. She did come and have a little wander all over everything as I was getting prepared. Jess is excited to be here, hooray! Shabnese is here as well, hello there. And Siobhan, oh, I'm so pleased that you could all join me. Thank you so much. It is the perfect evening for crafting because it is cold and horrible outside. And I've been saying to Anne, I wasn't sure whether, I'd got my crafty mojo running, but as soon as I start talking to you guys, then it all comes to me. Hello, Lex. Hello. I've not seen your name before, so if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. So, I did say in the description that I'm going to try my best to make 2 projects for you tonight. Now, you know that I'm not the fastest crafter in the land, and sometimes we run over, so I apologise in advance if that happens, but I'm going to at least try and do my gift box, which is what I had in my mind to do for you tonight. So yes, that's what we're going to try with. Michael's already asking me what Copic pens I'm going to go for. I don't know yet, because I've got a bit of a quirky colour scheme going on, so maybe you guys can help me figure out what colour scheme we're going to go for. Let's get started, and we can chat as we go. And obviously feel free to ask me any questions, but I'm kind of making, this is a bit naughty, but I'm making Ant's Valentines gift and card tonight. So you are helping me come up with a little gift for Ant. so shh, don't tell him. That's why he's not allowed to be here. But I do have some news as well to share tonight as well. So yes, so stick around for all the news. Hi Jackie, and hello Annalisa. Jackie says, thanks for my kitty stamp and die order 2 nights ago and it arrived today. That's excellent. I'm glad to hear that the post is getting a bit quicker in some places. Aisha says, hiya Jo, and did Aunt have a lovely tea last week and time for tea family? Yes, bless you. Thank you so much for asking about Aunt. Yeah, he's been banished, Michael. He's not allowed to watch. But I do have some quite good news in that he will be joining us next week, because next week's show is going to be a very, very special show. So I will come back to you on that one shortly. But in the meantime, let's start with some die cutting. So this is the mini gift box die, which came out a while ago, but is really, really handy for things like this. So let's, you know, for little gifts and little favours. So I'm going to start by cutting one out of some, just some white, some of our heavyweight white cardstock. I feel like I'm a little bit, might need to zoom out a little bit because you can't quite see the bottom of my screen, can you? What if I do that? Is that a little bit better for you guys? And I might just pinch out a little bit. That's a bit better, isn't it? And we'll zoom in for any colouring. Hi, Catherine, how are you? Twitch. I've not been on Twitch. I've heard of Twitch, but I don't really know what it is. So, is it another like social media platform? I'm guessing, but I don't really know what it is. So I've ordered some new Gemini plates. I gave in and I've ordered some new ones. Now let's hope I don't ruin these ones like I did my last ones. So sorry about the noise for a moment. Jane, hello there. So Jane says, hey, finally caught alive. Oh, I'm so pleased. So pleased you've been able to join us. And Lex is on Twitch tomorrow morning making cry-cut based things. That sounds very, very interesting. We'll have to give that one a little look. So that does appear to have worked for the most part. Oh yeah, that's worked fine actually. I thought it hadn't cut at the bottom because I placed that right at the very edge of my plates, but that seems to have worked fine. So I'm going to cut another one exactly the same. So I'm just going to pop this on here and pop this again through my Gemini. So sorry about the noise again, but we'll just get this bit of die cutting out of the way, and then we can get on with some of the fun stuff. So Lex, tell us a little bit more about Twitch and why we should be on Twitch, because I think there's a few of us here that don't really know what Twitch is. Hello Rizwana, how are you? Jess says she's going to be crafting along. So that's good. Crafting along with Lex or with me, or with both of us. Jenny says, how much is this box die? I'm going to say off the top of my head, I think it's just under £20, Jenny. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, and I don't have my beautiful assistant with me to advise me. But it's the mini gift box die on the website. And like I say, I think it's around the £20 mark. And what you get in with the dies is you get these three other dies. So, and these cut out your little aperture so that you can see into your box and see what's in your box, which is really cool. Or you will also get this little, this die here, which just cuts a stitch line, which again is really, really cool. So, so yeah, and I think that Vicky used that to create a decorative effect on the back of one of her cards that she's put on Instagram recently, which was a really, really cool idea. So I am going to be using the heart shape because obviously it's Valentine's. So we're going to be using the heart shape in a moment, but I'm not going to use it right this moment because we're going to do a little bit of stenciling first. And I feel like I'm fully on the wonk again. I'm always on the wonk, aren't I? So in the interest of you know, my New Year's resolution to keep my work surface nice and clean. And I'm going to remove my mat and reveal underneath my little mat here that we use for doing our stenciling and ink blending. So oh, thank you, Annalisa, for checking. It's $19.95. Thank you so much. Michael is asking me, is there a chart of the Copic pens? There is. If you go to the Copic, I think it's probably just copic.com, or if you search the website, there are charts that you can download which are really, really good. Ones for you to be able to fill in your own markers as well. Lex says that Twitch is basically what we're doing now, but on a streaming site. Ah, that's cool. I might have to look at that then and see if I can do a similar sort of thing on there, if that's popular with folk. Oh, Michael, you've linked the gift box die set. Thank you so much. That's really cool. Oh, aren't you cool? You guys are so good. So, what we've got now, we've got the two bits that are going to form our gift box. Now, I have made this out of quite thick cardstock. You can make this out of our paper pads, which is probably a nicer weight, really, because it means that it's a little bit more pliable, but I do like our pure white cardstock, so that's why I chose it. Now, when it comes to doing your aperture, when you cut that, you want to be sure to cut it out of the piece, whether it be this piece or this piece, the piece that's got the tab on the side. That's because when you stick your tab to the one next to it, you don't want to see your aperture behind it, so or see the tab behind your aperture, should I say. So that's why you cut it out of this one, because then there's no overlap showing. I hope that makes sense, but when we come to put it together, then you will see what I mean, I think. So Vanessa says that your boyfriend lives on Twitch watching gaming and chess streams. Chess streams, wow. I know my other half loves watching videos about gaming. Claire says, I'm going to try and make a Tim Holtz colorised teacup in honour of Time for Tea. Oh, that's so cute. So yes, I've got my white background just while we do the stenciling portion, Annalisa, so don't worry, we'll be back to the black background. Right, okay, so this is, I don't know where this little bit of, it's a little bit of washi tape keeps coming from. This is the Scattered Hearts stencil, so this is a lovely one for obviously for this time of year, and I'm just going to add it onto this this first piece. And I'm just going to turn this over. I'm going to add a bit of washi tape to the back just to fix it in place so it doesn't move around while I'm doing my ink blending. And then I'm going to use two different colours of inks, I think. I've picked out three colours actually that I want to use because I'm really, really excited about these inks. So I've got the new colour of Distress ink, the Kitsch Flamingo. I've got a couple of these at the moment, and I have got a few more on the way, so I will be popping these in the shop for you to be able to pre-order. They should be here in the next couple of days, and I've also got some of the Speckled Egg coming in. Yay! So yeah, so that is awesome. Rizwana says, when will you have the Scattered Heart stencil back in stock? Hopefully very soon, because this is a really good one. So I am hoping to put in another order for this one. So so yeah, hold fire. If you don't have the Scattered Heart stencil, we do have some other stencils that have, let me think, what would be another nice one for you to use. I think I hadn't realised that that one was out of stock actually. Can't find one off the top of my head now that would be another good one to use. Let me look, see what we've got here. What you could do actually, if you don't have this particular stencil, is you could stamp some hearts in a random pattern. Obviously we do have the scattered hearts the cover plate die as well, but yeah, if you you could actually stamp some of your hearts here. Great idea for the embossed effect. Yes, using the embossing stencil, using the stencil as an emboss is a really, really cool idea. So first of all then, my first idea is to use my quiche flamingo through my stencil. So let's just add some of this ink. And if you guys have not seen this this colour yet, it is very, very cool. It is a really nice, well, it is a flamingo pink basically. I think that's the crux of it, isn't it? Which is a really nice bright pink, but it is quite girly. So because this is going to be for a boy, I'm going to butch it up a little bit. She says. So that's my first layer of the pink, and I'm not going to go too dark with it. Now you will notice that this is distress ink, and normally I use distress oxide ink. I normally use the oxides. I couldn't get the oxides, and I really wanted this colour, so we've gone for the ink. And the thing with the ink is that it does still give you a really, really good coverage. What you don't get with the ink that you get with the oxides, as far as I know, is the oxides do give you a good coverage on darker cardstocks, whereas the inks won't, because they are, I think they're not quite as pigmented as the oxides are. But for the purposes of what we're doing, I think it works fine. So Julie says, was saying to Joy at Enjoy Craft, she needs the heart stencil and other of your stencils when she puts an order in. Oh, I've heard from her today about she's wanted to put an order in. Oh, that's so cool. Well, we have got a lot of new stencils coming in as well, Julie. So some really lovely designs. I've been testing them out today. I've got lots of things in the works, as they say, lots of plans. So lots of new designs and new collections coming, so look out for those. So that's another layer of my first layer of my pink. So I'm just going to take that off there, and I'm just going to put that to one side, and then we're just going to clean off the stencil. So Lex says that she's never used these. They look like something that she needs to add to her craft stash. That's awesome. So have you not used stencils before then, Lex? Because that's really cool. If we're showing you something a bit different that you might find interesting. And that might mean then that you've not seen our wonderful brushes before. Hello, Shani. How are you? Nice to see you. So that's our first layer, and like I say, I'm going to butch this up ever so slightly because this is for Ant. So I'm going to take my stencil again, but I'm going to move it around a little bit so that I'm going to have a different pattern, and I'm going to move it to where I feel like there are a few more, perhaps of the smaller hearts, but not totally. And I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm not worried that I'm not on my tab there, because obviously you're not going to see the tabs once they're once we've put the whole thing together. So I've just moved that to one side. Oh, and now I'm going to go in with my black soot. Now this might seem really, really scary, and I am a bit scared, I'm not going to lie. We could use the speckled egg, that was my other plan. But I feel like the black and the pink will look really cool. So let's try it and see what happens. So I've got a different brush here. This is my black brush that I use for stenciling with ink blending with my black. And I'm going to use this in a really light motion. So while we are doing this in a black colour, I don't want it to be too dark and take away from that lovely pink. Now when I did my test, I did do the pink first, and it did a good job actually. To say it is a distress ink rather than oxide, for going on top of that black. So if this doesn't give us enough coverage, so we can't see enough of the pink through, we could always go over the top of that. So we're having a little bit of an experiment this evening. You know, I like to do a little bit of experimenting now and again. So let's have a look, see what this looks like. And this is actually going to give us quite a nice bit of coverage to our background. Oh, I think that looks so sweet. That looks really, really cool. I'm really pleased with how that looks. Isn't that cool? You think at first you think, oh my God, this is going to be a hot mess, but actually it's worked out really, really pretty. So I'll just show you that a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see that. Can't quite figure out quite where it is, but I think that's really cool. So I'm going to do the same here now. I'm going to just line this up, and it doesn't have to be in the same place as we had it on our last piece, because the pattern's not really going to match up anyway. So let's that's the beauty about it being the hearts being scattered in different sizes and, you know, in random places, because it just means then you don't have to worry about really lining anything up, which, you know, is not my forte. Hello Simon, how are you? Love that gives it depth. Yes, I think so. It's just something a little bit different, isn't it? And I think that's something to think about with all of your stencils, is that you don't just use them as just a flat, I suppose, one layer. You can layer them up, and that creates more dimension, as Simon says. Simon says. How are you, Simon? How are you? Jan says looks really effective. Vanessa says she loves that. Lex says, what cardstock do you use? So this is our heavyweight cardstock that we stock in the shop. It's now remind me, is it? It's gone out of my brain whether it's a 200 GSM, I think, weight of cardstock, and it is smooth as well. So it's not the alcohol friendly cardstock that we have in the shop. This is more of a construction card, but it would actually work with your markers because of the fact that it is very smooth. But I would recommend using the cardstock that is specifically for your markers if that's what you're doing, if you're doing colouring. So that's our two pieces, and I think they look really, really cute. So, and I'm just going to use one of my little chamois to clean off my stencil. So that means I can just give it a good wipe with my chamois. And we don't stock these. If I can find them, then I would. And I'm going to have a little look, see if I can find anything similar, but these are awesome. So these are called an absorber cloth, and they are just like a chamois for your car, and I just pop them in my resealable airtight container. They're a little bit damp, and then I can just use them then for cleaning all of my stamps and my stencils. Super easy. Much better than using a baby wipe, because they're better for the environment. So back to our die here, and I'm just going to move my bits to one side so that I can bring back the black mat that Annalise has so recognised that we didn't have. And I'm just going to check, I'll just give it a second for Facebook to catch up with me to make sure that we are straight. That doesn't look too bad if I just move it that way a little bit. Excellent. So we've now got our bits that make up our box, and this is going to come together really, really easily now. So I'm just going to carefully, oh good, back to normal, says Annalisa. That's it. Now you can see better what I'm doing, can't you? But this was all part of my my plan to try and keep my my black mat a little bit cleaner, and I am being quite good. I'm sticking to it for the most part. So we've now got our two pieces, and I think the one that I'm going to use as my front panel will probably be this one. I don't know why, I just like it. So I'm going to pop my little heart-shaped die in the middle here, and going to use some washi tape to cut this out, just making sure that that's as centralised as I possibly can. And let's pop this through here. So I just need to move a bit of cardstock out of my way. So pop that on there. It's all, the new dies are very staticky. So again, sorry for the noise, guys. So this is quite cool. So while that's going through, I have but I shall wait for the noise to pass, because it is quite noisy. I do apologise for that. So hello Lauren, how are you? Lizzie says she loves that colour combo. It's always hard on Valentine's to give a card that's not too girly. Yes, that's what I thought. I did want to give him you know, you want there to be lots of hearts and things, don't you? But you know, at the end of the day, he is a boy. And he's not going to want it too girlified, is he? So I thought that might just butch it up a little bit. So you can leave this space open so that you can peek into it, but I thought maybe having a bit of acetate on there is quite a good idea. So let me go to my little stash of acetate, wherever it may have gone to. Here we go. And you only need a tiny little bit, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off that will just cover my heart. And you probably can't see very well, because obviously acetate is clear. But you get the gist. Now then, where's... Trying to put things back where I got them from as well, you see. I'm trying to keep very organised and ordered, but acetate is hard to find. So let's just see, make sure that this is not too big. So you can see I've just cut that a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim this down. You need to leave enough space around the edges just for you to be able to attach it to your box. It's sticking to my fingers, and to stick it to my box I am just going to use some tape runner. So I'm just going to apply a bit of tape runner along the top and along the edges there, just a tiny bit there, and that will just keep that in place. Oh, Michael wants a koala bear stamp and die set. Koalas are so cute, aren't they? We definitely need one of those in our lives, don't we? Well, you never know. You never know what could happen, Michael. You just don't know. So, I've got my acetate on there now. So now we've got a clear window that we can look through. So let's have a look. Will you fill it with chocolate? Says Annalisa. I think I might have to do. So I'm just catching up with some of your comments. There's loads of comments today, which I'm just loving. Loving this. Julie's doing some colouring. Jenny's had to mend her husband's trousers, so that's the crafting she's doing. Claire's doing some colouring. Jess is crafting with some ghosts. Lucinda says she's never given her husband anything. Oh, poor Mr. Looker. Lauren's trying to finish her mum and dad's anniversary card, and so that's awesome. Amazing. Lindsay agrees we need koalas. That's so cool. And Zamara's doing some cooking. Jane says she's finishing a little girl's memory quilt for her first birthday. Oh, how sweet. Oh, that is so lovely. So, I don't know if you can see it on screen. It's really tough, but there are score lines along all of the edges that you need to fold. So, like I said, this is quite thick cardstock that I'm using. So I'm going to reinforce some of these folds with my bone folder, particularly where that tab is, just because that is going to help. And you have a little score line here. Now, you're not doing a full fold here. That really is just to give it some shape. And then you've obviously got a fold there and you've got a little tab there. So they do fold through quite easily. And like I said, this is quite thick cardstock. So I think I might have picked a cardstock that wasn't quite as thick as this if I was doing this again. But you do want it to be a nice finish for you to be able to stencil on. So that was my my thought process behind using it. And it's also makes it quite a sturdy box for anything that you're putting inside. So, you know, it does have its advantages, I guess. So we're just going to fold those edges over a little bit, just so that we've got a little bit of give. And now we can start putting this together. So I am going to use some liquid glue for this, because I feel that it does have a better, you know, it just stays together that little bit better than if you were to just use a tape runner, for example. I've never really used things like, and you also have a little tab there that you just have to apply a bit of glue to as well. The red liner tape, which I know is meant to be really super strong. So, so yes, I don't know if you have that, then that's also something that you could use. So we're just going to attach those there. I'm just going to just press those in place. And just make sure that they're nice and stuck. And then this is then obviously going to fold round, and it's going to stick together just here as well. And then we'll stick our bottom parts together. So let's unfold, and we'll add a bit of glue on here. And a bit of glue on there. Annalisa says she really likes the grey and pink and would never have put those two together. Grey and pink's a really good shout, I think. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. I'm making this look a bit more awkward. But if you fold this piece in and then fold that piece on top, then they fit together perfectly. And then you can just hold those in place until they grab. Julie says she sent a couple of Valentines cards. That's so cool. So this you could, again, you could do for Valentines as well. You could also do this for anniversary gifts, or even just little gifts for, you know, for your family. See, that's not quite had time to stick, has it? I just need to give it a little bit longer to stick. Judith says, the trouble with crafting along and not quite concentrating, I've just been so close to using my, my stamping platform without putting the cardstock in it. That would have created a cleaning job. That's so funny. Yeah, that is the kind of thing that I would do. So now when I'm looking at the bottom, I suppose I'm just looking at which ones that I want to be on the top, and I think they're my nicest ones. You're not really going to see it because obviously it's on the bottom. So let's add some glue along there, and then we'll pop these on there, and then so that these stick, I'm just going to use my bone folder and just press those down in the middle, give that a bit of time to grab. So that's just about about grabbed. And then what you will do with the top is that you're going to pinch those bits there, pinch that there, just not fold them but just pinch them so that they will pop into place like that. And then when we're ready to finish, we'll just add a little bit of twine or ribbon to them, which I haven't got my ribbon out, so I'll have to find some of that. And we'll attach that to it, and that will close your box. But then you'll be able to pop some little chocolates in. So I've got some little chocolates here that are Aunt's favourites. Might even be able to get an extra one in there. We'll pop those in there. And then we've got our little box. But I want to decorate the front of this as well. Hello Alexandra, how are you? I'm making naughty candle holders, lol. I really need to get back into making cards again. Simon says they would make lovely confetti pots for wedding guests. What a lovely idea. That's right. You've got so many creative ideas, Simon. You really think outside the box. Have you got any jokes for us tonight? Julie says she's trying to get out of Harry whether he wants to get Alana or anything for Valentine's, but he goes all shy. Oh my god, that's so cute. So let's think about decorating this. Because it's got chocolates in it, I think, you know, the Smitten Kittens seems like a fair go at it, doesn't it? So let's have a look. Have I got some of my super smooth card out here? Got so many bits of card, but not the bit of card that I want. Where are you? I got so many like cards, bits of card cuts. Oh, that's my super smooth. Oh, feels gorgeous. You can just so tell the difference. So, get my stamping platform out. I have got, you'll notice, some lovely new magnets for my stamping platform. These will be in the shop soon too, so look out for those. If you've not already signed up to the newsletter, then please do, because if we get any you know, new items in stock, then that is where I will let you know as soon as possible, so that you don't miss out on them. So let's stamp this little guy on here. And he's the perfect little character, I think. Don't forget to do the insert first. That's cute. When I come to do my card, we will definitely do the insert. So I'm not doing a very good job here because I've got all of my stuff in the way. So let's just move that out of the way, and then we've got a nice area for stamping. So I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink for stamping my image, as we do, because we're going to be using some Copic markers. And I'm going to use the same chamois here just to clean off my stamp. Put that back. So now then, we're going to be doing some colouring now, Michael, and I know you were asking about what Copics that we might use. So for this little character, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see me colour, because I'm a little bit far away, aren't I? So let's have a look. Just bear with me while I zoom. How's that? Zoom a bit more. There we go. That okay for you? Oh, we've got a joke. We've got a joke. Let's have a look. Alexander's saying to Lucinda that you need to make your other half something. Yeah, make him a little gift box. So, Simon says, what flowers shouldn't you give on Valentine's Day? Cauliflowers. Love it. I love it. I've missed the jokes. So, my little cat, I am going to do in my neutral greys. So for Michael, these are the neutral grey set of Copics, and then I'm going to colour my little box in, my little Valentine's box, in a colour that kind of matches my colour scheme, which I've not decided what that's going to be yet. So so let's start with the cat. Now the cat is going to be my cat Clyde, who has patches of grey. So I'm going to start with the N3 because well, I say patches of grey, it's actually patches of black, isn't it? So he does have various little patches, mainly on his back. He's mostly white, and he does have a black tail. So I'm doing what I normally do is I start with my lightest shade first, and then I build up to my darker shades. So and a lot of the time that just helps me place things, because I can decide you know, where I want my colour to be before I've committed to my darkest shades of colour, which is often a good practice, I feel. So because once you've gone in with that darker shade, it's very hard to go back. So just add it, and I think the other thing about cats that are kind of black and white, they're very easy and quick to colour. So I'm just adding that darkest shade right in the centre. He's actually got flecks of white in his black areas now because he's a little old man. So he's getting a little bit of grey in there. Bless him. So, but that makes that nice and easy. Now the N0, actually that might be a little bit pale, but let's try it. It might be a bit pale, but we'll try it because I want obviously a little bit of shading still. I think that works. So just adding a little bit of shading. It might be hard for you to see on screen, even with me close up, because once that colour dries, it does dry quite a way back. So just adding a little bit of shade to give him just a little bit of shape. And then for the ears and the cheeks, oh actually I should give him he has got a little black nose, so we'll do that in the N as well. So, and I just use the RV42 for the ears and the cheeks. So that's that bit done. I don't know why that colour's there, but never mind. So let's think about what we're going to do here. So for the let's have a look, see what colours I've got that are a little bit on the flamingo side, and I'm sure that there is actually a colour that is almost flamingo shade. I would say that is a good shout. So let's have a look for there's some really pretty colours of pinks in the Copic selections. Some really nice ones. Some of them are a little bit brighter pink than we're looking for. So, and I am looking for a shade. Where's that gone? That's a pretty colour. I've not used that one. That's a nice colour. That seems like a good shade. The RV55. And then we've got an RV, that's a very bright pink, cerise. Oof! We've got a shock pink, that is, oof, that's in your face. And then we've got the sugared almond. And I think the sugared almond pink is almost there with the flamingo, isn't it? Jane, believe Joe said the other week that the tri-blends are the cheaper alternative to Copics if you don't have the money or something to that effect. That's exactly right, Julie, thank you. Sorry, I'm missing all of the comments. I do apologise. Jane says, currently using Spectrum Noir markers as didn't want to invest in Copics when I was starting out. I do love them, but is it worth upgrading to the Copics? So what I would say is the Copics are my favourite. And I've built up a big collection of them, so that's why I continue to use them. But in my research, the tri-blends by Spectrum Noir are the next best thing, and I use the brush version. So we stock the brush version in the shop because I can't afford to stock the Copic markers and every shade of them. But the tri-blends are my next best thing. They are inexpensive and they work just as well, and I think that they also are really helpful because you get 3 colours in one pen. So where I've just been searching around for colours that work together, you don't have that issue with your tri-blends because you've got all the colours that work within that colour family and each shade within that colour that are all there together. So I hope that helps. Hello Elizabeth, how are you? Ant is very well. He is having a coffee and not sneaky peeking on his Valentine's Day present. Helene says, why do skunks love Valentine's Day? Because they are sentimental creatures. Oh my God, I love that. Elizabeth says, did anyone see Simon on Create and Craft? He was marvellous. I didn't. Oh, Simon, when were you on Create and Craft? I missed it. And I watch Create and Craft like 24/7, so I don't even know how I've missed that because Ant will tell you I watch it it's on our TV constantly. Oh, I'm so disappointed I missed you. That's so annoying. I'm really sorry. How did it go? How did you feel? Tell us about it. Right, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to do, let's have a think, I'm going to do the box in the pink colour. So let's give it a once over with the pink. So this is the sugared almond colour. And then I'm going to use the RV55, which is a little bit more of a, I guess is a bit more of a softer kind of pink than the other ones that are, you know, that are the shades up from the RV02 that I've just used. So typically what you would do, and Michael, this might be of interest to you if you're still around, is that when you're selecting your Copic markers, the rule of thumb usually is that you would select the next numbers in the series that are on either side, if you like, of the shade that you're using. So the RV02 being my palest shade, oh, my nails are in a state, aren't they? You would then go for your RV04 and your RV06, and they should all work together as a trio. But sometimes you can go outside of that theory and that still work, which is what I'm doing now. So it was yesterday at 1 o'clock. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. What was I doing at 1 o'clock yesterday that meant I missed it? That's so annoying. So I'm just blending that through. It was a hoot. I emailed CNC and they mentioned me but didn't read it out. Oh. So what were you doing on there, and how did you find it? Did you enjoy it? Were you actually in the studio, or were you from Tony's studio? Oh, I'm absolutely so annoyed with myself for missing it. Oops. So we'll just blend that through. That's so exciting, Simon. That's really cool. Right, so let's have a think. What colour should we do the centre? Because obviously we've got quite a bit of grey, and I feel like we might go with an even bolder pink, or we could go with let's have a think. So he's got the red. He's got the red on the inside, hasn't he? So we could go with maybe these kind of a RV29 is a nice crimson colour, isn't it? I feel like that could work quite nicely. I'm just going to do it. We're just going to go for it. Feeling bold. You can deliberate over colours for all evening, as you know, because I've been known to do so. And really, why? Why are we doing that, would you say? I think that's not quite the right combination. Bear with. Yes, I think it's probably the current. No. No, that's not the right one either. RV69 maybe? Yeah, that's the one. Just to add a bit of depth. That's cool. I do love how you guys all support each other as well, and I'm so pleased that you're all supporting Simon and behind him as well. He's actually the what's the creator of the term tea timers. Lex says, I'm the same with fonts, drives me mad, can never find exactly what I want. Exactly. Simon says, I was so nervous. It was my first Create and Craft show in Peterborough, launching my owl collection. I didn't pass out, so thumbs up from me. Oh, Simon, that is so cool. I am so pleased. I know exactly how you feel. As you know, I get so nervous when I go on there, and yeah, it is. But it's a lovely, lovely place, isn't it? And everybody's so lovely, and they make it such a nice experience. They're so supportive of all the guests. So it's an insight into another world, isn't it? Which is really cool. So let's cut this little guy out. Just try and line him up properly. There we go. And we'll pop him through here. And actually, while I'm doing that, what I did want to do, let's have a look, where have I put that? Oh, here it is, behind me. I think it'd be really quite sweet to add a little tag. So in the zigzag border set, there is a couple of other little tags. And this one, I think, would be a really nice one, just to add a couple of these to our box as well, and I can add a little sentiment to this. So I'm going to cut this out as well. While we're die cutting, we might as well cut it out. But I think I'm also going to cut it out of some different coloured cardstock as well and layer that up. So just bear with me with the noise for a moment. Yay! So now I do have see if I can find myself a little bit of twine. I've got a little box of twine next to me that we can have a little look in. So that's my little kitty who's going to sit on there, which I think is super cute. So you can either sit on there or sit on there. Oh, he looks really cute, doesn't he? He goes really well. So that's cute. So let's pop that back in there. And then we've got one tag here. And that cuts out the little hole there for our twine to fit in. Oh, it's already popped out. Excellent. But then I thought it'd be quite nice to layer this up with some matching, some couple of different colours. So I'm going to pop this through again. So bear with. I mean, it seems, you know, it's a small die to pop through a giant machine, but bear with me. Let me see if I can just grab some twine as well. I'm going to zoom out as well, because I've that's a bit better, isn't it? You can see what I'm doing a bit more. So that's our second one. I'll pop that out. And then my final one, let's see, have I got any spare? I'm looking for a bit of scrap vellum, which I'm sure I've got somewhere. I always have little scraps of all kinds of things, but I can never find it when I actually want it. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's actually like patterned vellum, which is quite sweet. I don't know if that goes though. No, I'm not a fan of that with this particular project. Bear with me, everyone. I am... Oh, here we go. I knew I'd got a little scrap somewhere. It's good to use up your little scrap pieces in this way sometimes. So let's just pop that through, get the noise out of the way. So I feel like I need one of these in pink. Boing! I've got like a stand here that has my lights attached to it, and it's got a spring on it, and every time I take anything out of my machine it goes boing. Right, so what did I do with my Kitsch Flamingo? So I am going to just ink this on the back of here, because I don't want to remove my my mat again, just for this little piece. So I am just going to ink blend it on the back of this piece of cardstock, and that will stop it getting on my mat, and it will also mean that I can still use the other side for when I want to stamp out another image, which we might get a chance to do. I shall see. So that's in our pink, which is really cute. I do like that. And then so just pop my thing to one side, and then I think what I would like to do is stamp a sentiment on here. So let's see what sentiment's going to fit. Annalise says that Lindt is her favourite chocolate, especially the milk chocolate. Yes, it's his favourite. He loves it. Simon says he recently bought 51% of a vampire hunting company. He was the main stakeholder. Oh, Simon, did you tell any of your jokes on Create and Craft? That's what I want to know. So let's see if my magnets will hold this in place. And I've got sentiments in here now. Let's see if these fit. I love Mew. Yes, perfect. That's going to fit just perfectly on there. And that is the perfect sentiment. The perfect. Do you like what I did there? Lol. Right, so to do my sentiment, I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black ink, because this gives me a much bolder doodah impression. Doodah. There you go, that's the technical term. I just kept shouting my owl puns at Dean. Fabulous. I love it. So, speaking of Create and Craft, we are scheduled to be back on Create and Craft on the 7th of March at 6 p.m, which is a Sunday. So far that is the plan. And we will be bringing a new product to the channel. However, we will be releasing said new product in a special one-off show with a one-day deal next Thursday. So this is a date for everybody's diaries. If you liked the spinner that you saw on Create and Craft when I was last on there with our rainbow brushes, and you are looking for, you would quite like one of those spinners, we will be doing a special show next week that is dedicated to the launch of the spinners. So during the launch show, we will be having special offers that are for one day only, and they will run throughout the day, but the special show will be the official kind of launch, if you like. Ant will be joining me for this special show, which is going to be very cool because we haven't seen him for a while, have we? Like I say, there will be some other offers and other exciting things happening as well. But yes, it's going to be really, really cool. So it's going to be for one day only. The offer prices will be for one day only. But then the spinners themselves will be available, but not at that same price until we're back on Create and Craft. So if you want them first and you want them at that special price, then that's the thing to do. So I'm just adding a little bit of ink around the outside of this because I feel like it just wanted a bit of definition and to match with the rest of our project. So just a little bit of black ink around there. We'll just add that in. Sam says, how rather exciting. Lizzie says, they're very exciting. And Ali says, woo woo, Ant will be in the house. Yes, he will. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So he's going to be, I'm going to see if we can get him, his mug, his face up on screen for you guys to see. If we can make it work. So I'm thinking that there's a way that we can kind of share screens if we're both on Facebook at the same time, and hopefully that will work. And then that means then that you can see him talking about the product and telling you what's going on with the different offers while I do you a little bit of demonstrating. Now I'm just excuse me while my head is in a box at the moment. Now I've done some really good tidying up, so much so that I can't find anything that I need. So I tidied all of my my twine and so on. This doesn't look like anything that I need. So now I'm struggling to find the colour that I want, so bear with me for one moment. While I just have a little gander for some appropriate looking twine. There we go. That's the one that we want. Well, either that one or that one. I am still here, guys. Apologies for what I didn't think when I was packing all of this away and being so organised and tidy was, what if I need it on a live show? It's not that easy to get to, but I guess I wasn't very well prepared, because I should have had it out ready, shouldn't I? Oh, that would be good. That's a good colour as well. Oh, I've got several options now. Right, we've got all of the twine out in all of the world. So, I'm back. So, it sounds like everybody's getting very excited about that. Jackie says, I'm sure I've seen somewhere where you can use dyes with something else to emboss. Am I dreaming, or what else will I need? Julie says, that's it then. On Thursday the boys can have an Xbox day and I'll be staying glued to my phone to not miss anything. Oh, that's awesome. Get Ant crafting a demo. I would love to, and I'm definitely going to get him doing that at some point. We just need the space, really. I think that's the issue. So this bit of this grey twine would be quite pretty, and I've also got a bit of pink, so maybe combining a couple of those together would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Feels like it needs a bit more of a pop of pink. That might be a little bit, this brighter pink might be a bit more, I know it's not very manly, but you know, Ant's quite manly, but he's also in touch with his feminine side. This is a bit of black and white. That's quite a nice bit of twine. Bit more texture to it and a bit more manly maybe. What do we think? Oh yeah, that's better. Right, okay. So I've got my selection here. Oh, made myself quite the mess now. Got some little red bits there. Let's pop that to one side. We'll figure out the mess after. So I think a little bit of this pink is very sweet. And I've just got to figure out how I'm going to attach these, really. I'm not quite sure whether to attach them separately or on the thread. And I think because I want them to just kind of sit in a particular way, I think adding a bit of that's a bit of tape, just keep it in place so then it sits where I want it to and it behaves. And then we'll take a little bit of this and a bit of this. Sorry if my hands are a bit close to the screen. Got you on a bit of a... Oh, that's cute, isn't it? So let's try tying this up. Yeah, that should work. So let's thread my little message through here. Again, this is a bit of an experiment. Oh, actually I might thread it on the other side because I'm going to do my image on the opposite side. So let's just thread that through there and that through there. I might just have to use my pokey tool to poke that through. It's a bit frayed on the edges. There we go. And let's grab that. Pull this around here. Copic it darker. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on some of your comments, so I'm not quite sure what your what some of your bits are saying. Oops. Oh yeah, that's it. That's cute. Like it. And then I'm just sorry while I just faff about and tie it in a bit of a bow. This is always the fiddly bit, isn't it? Is getting it into a suitable looking bow. But a little bit of tweaking and pulling and so on should figure it all out. So sorry, that's oh, that's worked out quite well. And just pull them a little bit tighter. I feel like it perhaps could have been a bit tighter at the top, but I think that's quite cute. So we'll just trim off the ends. So we don't want it too long, but we want a little bit of a trail. So sorry you guys can't really see what I'm doing. Simon says he's going to have to go tea time and see you next time. Thank you for joining us, Simon, and very well done on your first Create and Craft experience. Okay, so for our little image here, I'm going to add some white jelly roll. As you know, I like to add a little bit of highlight along the way, and that's cute. And then I will add some glaze to his nose, but I'm going to stick him on first with a bit of glue, because obviously I don't want him to, I don't want to stick my finger in his nose while it's still wet. So I'll just pop him on there. Cute. And then his little nose. And his eyes. Let's give a little bit of glaze. And then I think just because it is Valentine's Day, then I just think a little bit of sparkle on the little box would just look really cute. Yeah. So, and maybe a bit of sparkle on the edges of here would be quite cute as well. Why not? Just using some masticles just to add a little bit of shimmer on the bottom of there. So there we go, that's our little box. Isn't it cute? I love these little gift boxes. I think they are so sweet and they're so easy to do. It's ridiculous. So what time are we on? It's 9:15. Ant has got work in the morning. I'm not sure how much time we've got really to do another card. What do we think? Lauren loves it. Jenny says so cute. It's cute, isn't it? So I think what I might do for this evening is I might leave it at this, because we've made good time this evening, and like I say, it's getting quite late now. So I think what we'll do is I will make a coordinating card to go with it, and I will film it, and then I will pop it on YouTube either tomorrow or Saturday, so that you can see the finished project before Valentine's Day. So there you go. But that's the little box, and like I say, I think the colour scheme for a boy, I think it's still cute, but it's the the colours work really well. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it. Getting lots of love for the box, which is really cool. Before I go, just a couple of other things then to let you know about. Obviously, I mentioned the spinner. Shall I give you a little sneaky peek of it? I don't know if I'm a bit close. I could seem to be zoomed in quite a bit, don't I? Let me see what that looks like. So the spinner is coming very, very soon. We also have a new release coming the following week. So look out for that. I'm going to be on the Creative Craft Show on the 20th of February at 4 p.m. doing a live workshop. I'm also going to be on Crafts with All Brands at the end of the month on the 28th, doing another live workshop, and I'm also planning on doing a colouring workshop on that same day as well, that I know we've talked quite a bit about. So look out for more details on that coming up soon. So if you haven't so Michael's saying, can you tell us what it is, pretty please? So I can give you a hint that it is going to be well, we're going to be doing a kit. It's going to be a springtime kit, and that's all I can tell you really. It's going to be a mini release, this one, so it's not going to be as huge as we normally do. The bigger release will be in April this time around, just because of Chinese New Year and delays in manufacturing and so on. That will probably be in April, but we do have 2 mini releases scheduled for the end of February and for March. So yeah, so we've still got lots and lots coming up. Are you able to let us know what products you're using so we can craft along? So for the Creative Craft Show, they are meant to be releasing the products that are going to be part of the show. I'm going to chase that up with them tomorrow. If they haven't done that this weekend, then I will share it on here with you so that you can craft along. And you can also, if you haven't already got the products that I'm going to be using, you'll be able to purchase them through the Creative Craft Show or through me if you would rather do that. So yes, so you will get to know that. The Crafts with All Brands, I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. So when I know what project I'm doing for that one, then I will let you guys know. And if you want to craft along, then you can. So yeah, a really busy month, February. Lots of exciting things coming up. So yeah, so keep your eye on what's going on. Not on the show kits yet. No, they're not. They've not shown them yet, have they? So I don't know when they were planning on doing it, because they've got all the information, but we'll see. So yes, so hopefully they'll be on there soon, so that you can get what you need. So yeah, like I say, we will keep you posted during the Facebook Lives on what's going on. We'll also let you know via newsletter of what's happening, and on Facebook and Instagram and all our social media as well. We've also still got the call for design team members, so if you love Time for Tea Designs and you would like to become a brand ambassador for us, we are having a design team call. That ends on Sunday on the 14th, so if you haven't got your application in yet, check out our blog, check out the post, the pinned post on Facebook for the link, and that will take you to how you can apply. It's really easy, and we'd love to have your application and have you on board. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for the download of information at the end there, but I always forget to say some of these things, and I know you guys are really interested. So take care. Thank you so much for joining me and helping me get my crafty mojo going tonight. It's been lovely to chat to you all, and I'll see you all again next Thursday. If I don't see you before, I'll see you then. See you soon, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye now. Bye.